Hey guys, Smithy here. Days are flying fast, and yet another rebalance was released in latest patch notes. And not only it includes many changes, it is also synchronized now with the Korean server, thus making it impossible to predict any changes from now on. Everything will be released in the same day. For today's video, we are going to review 6 classes, and starting with the first class, Sura, received only buffs for PvE skills and increased PvE damage, worthless to be appointed. Now first class to be reviewed, Warlord, once again receiving a buff to increase his potential in PvP. Upper hand PvP damage was increased by a great amount of 28.5% damage, maxing the skill damage from 1700% to 2160% at level 10. Next skill that also received PvP damage increase is Circle Slash. Extra 18% damage was added, maxing the skill damage from 2020% to 2389%. Still far from Berserker's Reckoning, but already a good number for fast combo skill. Circle Wave received attack range increase, making the skill reach even farther. Backstep's Flow Spirit attack speed of the last hit was increased. At last, Conduit once again receiving a buff, this time some more utility added. Immunity to grab that is now applied to the flow, 10% PvP damage reduction during the skill cast. PvP damage was increased by 28.5% and the flow eruption attack range was increased. All these changes raise once again Warlord potential, making him decent pick as a main, if you enjoy its playstyle and the visuals. But don't expect same power as Berserker. Second class that was buffed, another blader, Lotus. First skill, Wind Slicer, consecutive attack damage was increased from 50% to 100%. Chaos skill received super armoring field and PvP damage increased by 26%, maxing the total damage from 1412% to 1779% damage at level 10. Blooming Divide PvE damage was increased by 27%, and Flash Step PvP damage was increased by 10%, maxing the total damage from 2784% to 3071% damage at level 10. At last, an interesting buff was given to the passive Flowers Remaining Scent. First of all, during the passive Crescendo skill damage will be increased by 100% instead of only 10% before buff. Not only that, a new flow was added, Strong Scent, that allows Lotus to use all her mana when mana is over 80 to consume her passive and receive invincibility during Flash Step, which is not applied in Arena. Otherwise, disabling the flow will grant invincibility during the additional Crescendo attack that also is not applied in Arena. These changes gave Lotus a better survivability in field and some more damage, but don't expect her to be much stronger. Third class to be reviewed, Shai, another class with massive changes in her kit for almost every skill. First skill Shu, PvE damage was increased by 4% and PvP damage by astonishing 50%, but the starting damage was low, so it's not a big deal. Second skill N1 range was increased when used in either of the sides, and the flow additional attack can be used while moving backwards. Third skill Kapow, mana cost was removed. Fourth skill and the 3 recovers 10 mana when using the skill. In its PvE and PvP damage was increased by 7.5% overall. Next skill Round on Round cooldown was decreased by 2 seconds from 7 to 5 seconds. Skill MP cost was removed, added a new flow Roundy and Roundy allowing Shai to not collide with enemies during the skill, transforming the skill in a 2 separate hits with the same damage and can hit both times if used from right distance. Another interesting buff was given to the skill Yoo-Hoo, allowing to summon a beer when using the flow I'm performing here, by using 60 mana. But after few tests, it was found out that the beer summoned by the skill Shu will disappear instead. Also, PvE and PvP damage of the skill was increased by 11%. Not done yet, another great buff was given to La La La. It was improved that the initial recovery amount is doubled and an extra 1% of maximum health will be done by consuming extra 20 mana per tick. That effect also is affected by the passive to recover 1.6% max health per tick. At last, minor buff was given to another tree to also recover 10 mana per hit. Can't say it made Shai overpowered for solo gameplay, but for sure it made her even stronger support class in game, and a must to have at least few in guild for any type of mass PvP. Fourth class for today will be Solaris, finally receiving some justice from dev team. First skill, Cleansing Flame, attack speed was increased, and both PvE and PvP damage were increased by 10% and 25% accordingly, increasing the maximum PvP damage of the skill from 1892% damage to 2366% damage at level 10. Second skill, Lava Surge, received extra hit to deal 50% extra damage overall. The charge, Thermal Rush, received few utility changes. Increasing skill range, added extra charge by consuming 60 mana, PvE and PvP damage was increased by 391% accordingly, and a flow that maintains the charge active in any case, but disables the ability to end the cast before. Lava Explosion, PvE and PvP damage was increased by 10% and 20% accordingly. Primal Rose attack speed was increased, and PvE and PvP damage was also increased by 10% and 20% accordingly. Infernal Purge attack speed was increased, PvE and PvP damage was increased by 20% and 30% accordingly, and also added a link to cast Cleansing Flame's second hit after the skill cast. Call of the Dragon received small utility buffs to activate Inix's Flame after using the skill, and added ability to link Thermal Rush after using the skill. At last, Inix's Flame duration was increased from 5 seconds to 7 seconds. Concluding, can say Solaris became much stronger, but the direction is right, increasing the attack speed, the damage, and linking ability is what this class needs to be better, but still far from being the best. Last class to be reviewed for today, Blade Master. First skill, Divider, received utility buff, decreasing retaliation cooldown by 1.5 seconds when using the skill. Also, it says that the retaliation's flow can be used faster after the skill, but I don't see no difference. Second skill, Rising Storm Flow Blue Cloud, allows Divider to be used quicker as a combo, but also didn't notice big difference. Third, Retaliation Flow additional attack mana cost was decreased to 30 mana and allows Squall to be used faster after it, but once again can see major improvements. Quick Draw mana consumption for the extra attack was decreased to 30 mana. At last, Rest in Peace skill's movement distance was increased, added immunity to grab and a 30 mana recovery upon skill use. Basically, good buff to Rest in Peace, more mobility due to reduced mana consumption for extra charge, and also faster retaliation cooldown. Small buffs that will make Blade Master's gameplay slightly more comfortable. And that was it for the 15th of February patch note classes rebalances. Hope it was useful and gave you an idea of what changes occurred today. Thanks for watching, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. That was Smithy, have a nice day.